This is a Narcan nasal spray. In this pack, there's two 4 mg doses of the spray. Narcan is an opioid antagonist. It's going to go in and it will reverse an opioid overdose. So when an opioid overdose occurs, it's a respiratory overdose. So the opioids are going to come in and they're going to block off your breathing receptors. When enough of those breathing receptors are blocked off, the person cannot breathe and go into the opioid overdose. When the Narcan is administered, it goes into the brain and it's going to knock off the opioid from the breathing receptor and replace itself onto the receptor. Once enough of those receptors are then uncovered from the opioid and have the Narcan, then the person can start breathing again and the overdose is reversed. With Narcan being the great drug it is and how benign it is and how it's so able to save so many lives, so we're asking everyone to carry this with the opioid epidemic that we're in today. When coming onto a scene, you see someone having an opioid overdose, you want to make sure your safety is taken care of. So the first thing you're going to search for is any type of paraphernalia, and specifically needles. So if you see any needles around the area, just make sure you kick them away to the side. Before you do anything, make sure you call 911. They'll be able to walk you through administering the naloxone and also hands-only CPR. In the kits that Franklin County Public Health provides, there's actually stuff inside that'll help take care of your safety. So along with the naloxone plungers, there is also a face mask that you can use when you're given CPR and gloves. As people with substance use disorders, with an overdose, you more than likely see body fluids such as vomit, blood, and sometimes feces. So make sure you're using gloves and the face mask to protect yourself, as people with substance use disorders do have a higher prevalence of HIV and other type of transmittable diseases. After you've called 911 and after you've kicked the needles out of the way and covered them, you'll go down, you put on your gloves, and you'll take out one of the 4 mg Narcans. You then have the Narcan. We advise that you put your 2 fingers on the top of the plunger and not on the actual plunger part that you push, as you might be nervous in this situation. You don't just want to accidentally hit the button and spray it. So if you need to perform CPR, you put on the face mask and do so. If not, from this point on, you go ahead and simply insert into the nose and spray. Narcan works pretty quick, so you'll see the person start coming back to life within 2 minutes to 5 minutes. If you give that first, administer that first Narcan, if you wait about 2 minutes and you don't see anything happen, go ahead and administer the second one that comes in the kit. At this point, you've given them 8 milligrams of Narcan, and police and EMS should already be on the way, if not there already. With Narcan, there's absolutely no side effects. It's completely benign. If you have any thought that it's an opioid overdose, go ahead and give it. If I were to open one of these packs up right now, administer it on myself, you wouldn't be able to tell, besides the fact that you guys just saw me administer it to myself. So, and you're also protected by law if you administer naloxone to a citizen with good faith that it was an opioid overdose.